to encourage you, right? So here's what I recommend for those men and women around the world, because I counsel with men and women around the world as well as the meetings and things like that. And for those men and women who are working on themselves, or even those who are thinking about or now starting to work on themselves, I want to recommend that you, as an individual, dedicate the rest of your life to waking up. Dedicate the rest of your life to waking up. There's nothing more important than that. And this I promise you. Dedicate the rest of your life to waking up. There's nothing, absolutely nothing more important than that. And I want to warn you so that you don't get weak and give up, or become afraid and give up, or be deceived by the thoughts inside of you or the thoughts in others and give up. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Do not give up. Because there will be influencers inside of you, which are your enemy, who are pretending to be your friend, and outside of you, inside of others, who are your enemies and pretending to be your friends, which try desperately to discourage you and cause you to give up working on your own life, dedicated to waking up. The sleep that all human beings are in until they start to wake up is beyond explanation. It is deeper than what you think. But you're not going to know it just because I'm telling you this. You will find out as you are waking up. The sleep is deep. And the hold that evil has on your mind and emotions are extraordinary. It runs deeper than what you can't, your mind cannot conceive the depths of the hold that evil has over you. Your mind can't understand it. Don't even try. Just like your thoughts, your mind cannot understand the things of God at all. Zero. It has no relationship with God at all. Your mind cannot conceive the depths of the hold that evil has over you. And so as a result of that, I want you to know, don't give up. Endure to the end. The theme this year is endurance. I want you to know that the struggle of waking up is long and hard. It's a long, hard struggle. But if you dedicate your life to waking up for the rest of your life, you will not regret it. You're going to only regret it if you don't do it. To waking up, there's nothing more important than that. And get ready to endure to the end. Go all the way down the road. Stay on that straight and narrow path. And what I want you to know, you will not regret it. And what you're looking for, which is a return to the Father, is not in the government, is not in entertainers or entertainment, is not in food, It's not in mushrooms. It's not in pot and mushroom and then going up to the hill and imagine that you're seeing God. It's not in a marriage or divorce. It's not in children. It's not in, even with the greatest president. We have the greatest president right now. Thank you, Mr. Trump. We have the greatest president. But it's not, it's in him for himself, but it's not in him for you. The government, I don't care what type of, who run the government, they can't save you. That's not going to bring you peace. The government is a physical thing there to help keep the roads clean, repair the roads, a military to protect you, and blah blah blah. But that's it. It's not there to do anything else for you. It cannot bring you salvation or perfect peace. So relying on the government is relying on an outer source. It's not in where you live or don't live. It's not in your color. It's not in your past or your future. Stop looking anywhere, but only look within. Only within. And the struggle is going to take a long time. But don't have in your mind that, oh, it's going to take a long time. Just have a wait and see attitude about it. Don't think that it's going to be long or not. You just do it. You dedicate your life to waking up. Yesterday, after the meeting, or during the meeting discussion, I noticed that most of the people there, at least, they truly want to wake up. There are other people pretending they're waking up and all they want to do is act like they're teaching somebody. They're so ready to teach, but they have no clue. Because they say, oh, you got it now, go teach. That's not the answer. All right? So don't look to the government. President Trump, whether he, whatever you expected from him. That's why when President Trump was running for office the first time this time that he won, I said, well, he won both times. I said, don't always keep a space between you and the president so that if he says something or does one thing that you disagree with, you still support him in what he's doing. And it should be like that with every relationship. Always keep a space between you and everyone. That way you won't be disappointed and you allow that person to be and do whatever it is they do without judging them or turning on them, or being Judas on them. Once again, I recommend that you dedicate your life, the rest of it, to waking up. There's nothing more refreshing and more freeing and more amazing than waking up. Amazing. So do what you want. Do the silent prayer morning and night, and then during the day, practice bringing your thought back to you right here, right now, all the time. Be aware of what you're doing. Keep it simple. Don't struggle with anything. Do not fight with thoughts. All those thoughts you're going to see when you start to wake up, you've been living in them. You've been one with them. Now you're waking up and you're seeing, and then you think, oh, I'm struggling. No, don't do it. You're waking up. The battle is a warfare between good and evil, right versus wrong. All right? So you know how in the Western world, in the white world, there is a fight to take over the white world. Well, apparently it happening in the black world too. And you never hear these things. Except we did hear it one time about Dominic, I believe it was the Dominican Republic trying to keep the blacks out of their country. And they put up a wall to keep, I think it was the Haitian or someone, a black country keeping the blacks out of their country. Dominican Republic didn't want the Haitians to come in. Is that right, Nick?
Yes, you're remembering correct.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you, Hate, too. Wow. See, you don't ask a black man if he remember, a black person if he remember. Leave him, he'll remember on his own. But if you ask, then he can't remember. But apparently in South Africa, there are some black South Africans who are resisting other blacks, running them out. They want the black immigrants out of their country. And they're having the same type of battle that we'll have it in America and other European countries. This is from Zachery. Zachery. This is reported on April 29, 2026. All right, it's from then. There is growing tension in parts of South Africa where anti-migrant groups are targeting foreign nationals in demonstrations. Watch this.
This is just one of several demonstrations in recent weeks targeting migrants in South Africa. Thousands of people in Durban, Pretoria, and now Johannesburg say they want more government action to tackle what they say is illegal immigration. Critics say groups like this are simply xenophobic.
Anyone just wakes up in the morning and decides that they're having problems in their own country. Oh, let me look for greener pastures, and it's South Africa. And if we don't say anything about it, or if we say something about it, we're told that it's black people. This is not a skin color thing. It's about us protecting our country, which is a sovereign state. We love our African brothers and sisters, but it's time now that they also fix their own countries for their own children and their own future.
We're making it very clear to you guys, Utitina, we don't want you here.
In this video widely shared on social media, a man from Ghana is told to go home to fix his country. The Ghanaian High Commission has advised its nationals to close their businesses and keep a low profile, while Nigerian authorities have told citizens to remain indoors. People assembled here blame foreigners for taking their jobs and high levels of crime. In the capital, Pretoria, hundreds of demonstrators demanded action from the government.
It's a legitimate concern being hijacked and used to taint us as a people of South Africa who do not want to live with other people. Because that would not be correct, because that's not who we are.
Amazing. So women are running movements all over the world now? What? So see, blacks, now do you understand why white people want their country back? Even in black South Africa, the blacks don't want these other black foreigners in their country taking their jobs and bringing in crimes and all that. What the? The South African president says his concerns shouldn't lead to prejudice against people from other countries. Watch this.
South African President Cyril Ramaphosa says the concerns should not lead to xenophobia. He says the government is clamping down on illegal migration and rooting out corruption in the immigration system. The United Nations has condemned the attacks. This is not the first time such protests are seen in South Africa. There were large outbreaks of violence against foreign nationals in 2008, 2015 and 2019. And the same sentiments are being repeated now.
We are saying our borders must be properly managed. And all these people who are undocumented, they need to be sent back to their countries.
Why do they have to come here and have free education, free health care, and while they're telling us that we are xenophobic?
Tensions are rising as more protests are planned.
Same words, same fight. And I will remind you, those who just tuned in, these black South Africans are talking about other black people, black foreigners. They do not want them in their country. And don't they sound like white people? What the xenophobic, and they come in here getting free stuff. I thought all the black people around the world love each other. What the? Now, do you still think it's racist that American whites want their country back? You still think it's racist? They are doing the same fight in South Africa. Mommy, South Africa. That is it's almost odd to see it. Black people in their own country saying, we want these. Why don't these black people go back and fix up their own country? Don't we hear that? I've said that these people coming here to our country, why don't they go, and they come here and then they fight with us, the American people. Excuse me, they fight with us. Why don't they go back and fight with their own people, their own government? If they got fight in them, you're gonna fight on foreign soil, but not on your own soil. Go figure. I gotta take a break. 888-77-JESSE. I'll be back in a moment. I want to show you, then I go to your calls here, a little bit more about this immigration issue, anti-immigration issue in South Africa. This is strange to me. I'm not used to seeing black countries fighting against black, even though we did report on it a while back on the Dominican Republic not wanting the blacks into their country. And they are black. What now? But it's strange to watch this and then hear the blacks in a predominantly black country use the same words that white countries use. They don't want these people coming into their country. They need to fix up their own country. Coming into our country, getting free stuff. We pay for everything. And xenophobia and all those words are being used. It is so interesting. It's weird. Does it seem weird to you, Hey, or just me?
A little weird, yeah.
They're using white people language.
It's called common sense.
Common sense language.
Right.
Here's just a little bit more from the anti-migrant fight in South Africa from Sky News.
A warrior formation for a war on foreigners, marching across South Africa's cities to warn African immigrants here that it's time to leave.
The leaders of this march are saying that it's peaceful, but it doesn't feel peaceful. They're brandishing weapons. They're in the heart of Johannesburg's central business district, making it clear to everyone here that they do not welcome African foreign nationals.
Wow.
As the city's residents navigate through hundreds of protesters, they're targeted and attacked.
He just tasered him. Feels like a witch hunt. They keep pointing out people that they think may be foreign and then attacking them. We just saw a man get tasered on the side of this street.
Isn't that like weird feeling? These are black people saying we don't want any black people here, foreigners. Are they racist? Are the black South Africans racist toward the other blacks that they don't want them to be there? Is that racism? Uh-huh. Now what you gotta say? Amazing, huh? Amazing. Let me go to Pearl Davis out of Texas. Good morning, Pearl.
Good morning, Jesse. How are you?
All is well. And you?
I'm well.
Nice. Amazing. Go ahead.
What's going on today?
What's going on? Everything. All is well. What's going on with you?
I saw your tweet about you said forgiveness is forgetting.
Yes.
And my friend and I were disagreeing on that because I thought that kind of made sense because when you really forgive someone, you forget stuff happened.
Yep, absolutely.
But he was saying that that's like for suckers because like you can't forget because then they're just going to do it again.
But
so
that's
I was kind of curious. Go ahead.
That's what all lost people say. All lost people say forgiveness is not forget. I forgive, but I won't forget. Then you have not forgiven. Because what you don't know until you truly, truly forgive, that the understanding that's going to come that will cause you to understand yourself and will cause you to understand others. And you're going to see that whomever did whatever they did to you wasn't them. It was something else driving them, just as something else is driving you until you overcome it. And so when you understand that, there's no way that you would not forget it. So, but most people don't ever truly forgive because they have this thing where I may forgive, but I'm not forgetting. And that's not forgiveness. Forgiveness is to forget because you understand it was never them. And then you understand that for the rest of your life, nobody can hurt you except physically if they try to hurt you physically, but nobody can really hurt you because there is no one there to hurt or be hurt. And even when you thought that someone was hurting you, they were not hurting you. They were hurting your ego. They were not hurting you, but you thought that you were your ego. You thought you were your thoughts and your feelings and all that. It was never you.
Okay, to play devil's advocate here.
Yes.
Okay. Like, you know Wolf of Wall Street? Have you seen that movie? Or like do you know who that is?
I know
the guy who.
I know the name of it, but I don't. If I watched it, I don't remember anything about it.
Well, it's about a guy who like robbed a bunch of people.
Okay.
Like out of their money, you know.
Okay.
So it's like if you forget that he robbed you, wouldn't you just get robbed again?
No.
You know what I mean?
You will only get robbed again if you don't forgive and forget. If you remember it by not forgiving it and remember it, you're guaranteed to get robbed again because you will still be asleep. You will still be blind. And that same thing will happen to you again because you're blind, because you're in a dark, unforgiving state, a mind you can't see. But if you truly forgive, you're going to wake up, and then that will never happen to you again because now you can see.
I don't know if I'm following with that, Jesse, but...
Hank want to explain it to you. Remember
Hank?
Hank?
Go ahead. I remember him. Hi, Hank.
Hey.
Hank, H-A-K-E.
So you know how we need to victim blame because victims put themselves in a situation? That's because they are emotional. They're greedy, for example, in the case of Wolf of Wall Street, I guess, because I haven't seen the movie either. But they're able to be taken advantage of by manipulation of like their emotions and stuff like that. You become less of a sucker when you're unemotional about and detached and forgiven.
And especially when you want for nothing. Because if you want for nothing, you're not going to be willing to do anything to get what you want.
Oh, so it's their fault almost for like believing the salesman that called them?
Yes.
Absolutely. So you're saying like the victims aren't really victims because they believed.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like there are times where I think men kind of get the rug pulled from under them when it comes to like women. But then there's other times where I'm like, I don't know how you didn't see that coming. You know what I mean?
Because he made that woman his God. And when he made her his God, He wanted something from her, either so-called love, which women don't have, or sex, or something. And when he wanted it, he would do anything for it, and that's how that happened to him.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What a mess! Have you
It's a
forgiven
mess out
Pearl?
there. I don't think so, because I was when I saw the tweet, I was thinking about how like I was thinking about how there's some things I haven't forgotten. So I was like, maybe I didn't forgive.
And why don't you forgive so you can forget?
Well, I thought I did, but the memories are just still there. You know what I mean?
And what do you do when the memories come?
I don't know. I just sit there.
You just sit there?
I don't do anything with it.
When you attempt it, because that's what it is, temptation from hell, from Satan, when you're tempted to remember it, let it pass, because it's not you that is remembering it. It's evil that's trying to make you think about the past and make you feel like it's still happening and make you feel like it's going to happen again. And so if you let that thought pass, then you will see that it was never you thinking that, it was never you remembering it, but it was the spirit of evil doing that. But you thought it was you remembering it, but it's not you. You're not your thoughts, you're not your emotions.
Yeah, that's so true, because when something bad happens, you remember it for far longer than it actually happens.
Yes.
So it's almost like the after effect is worse than it actually happening.
Absolutely.
You know?
Because
Yeah.
it's evil, it's dark and it's evil, and then when the dark spirit causes you to remember it, it almost like it's happening right then all over again, but it's not. It's just an illusion. Whatever happened yesterday, it happened yesterday. It's not happening today. But it feels like it is if you remember it, if you hold on to the thoughts.
Well, I still remember it, so I think maybe I haven't forgave yet.
I was counseling with a couple that's been married for over 70 years, give or take. And the wife remember everything negative that ever happened, from the point that they were dating to even today. And the husband cannot understand. I don't remember that. What are you talking about? He doesn't remember it at all. But she remembered every detail, when it happened, why it happened. But yeah, she said she forgive. I'm like, but don't you forgive? Yeah, I forgive, but I ain't forgetting. I'm like, well, you haven't forgiven. God forgive and God forgive us. He doesn't. God forgive us, and He doesn't remember anything. Why should we be different from that if we're forgiven? But she remember every detail from 100 years ago.
Yeah, we do that.
What?
I think men. That's why men are better than us, because when they forgive, they mean it. You know? When we forgive, I think we do it to like look good. You know what I mean? Like they're like, oh, I forgive.
She's lying. Pearl, I have a question for you. Can you hold for me?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I got to take a break. I got to take a quick break. 2 more hours to go. Hate news is coming, not the fake news, and I'll be back in a moment. I want to go back to Pearl, my friend Pearl out of Texas there. I put on hold there. We ran out of time. Pearl. Hey, Pearl.
How's it going, Jesse?
2 questions.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can. 2 questions for you. Number 1.
Okay.
Should a man ever tell a woman his personal problems, whether it is his mother, his girlfriend, his wife, friends, or anyone? Should a man ever tell a woman his personal problems?
Yeah, that's a mistake. Because this is what women will do. They'll hold it against you forever. I think women, we just hate to see guys that are like weak or whatever. So it's like whenever guys tell us that like their personal problems, even if, you know, maybe mentally we like think that, you know, it's okay.
Yeah.
I just think it always ends up in like hell on earth for the guy.
I rest my case. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you have men today, they tell women their problems, what their past was or whatever. And as you said, the woman never forget it. And now he got to try to prove to her he's not doing that anymore, is this or that, and he can never prove anything to her at all. The more he tried, the worse she
That's
gets.
impossible.
Amazing. And so my second question, do you ever get mad at anyone who disagrees with you?
When I was younger, I did, but I don't at all anymore. I don't care.
Why did
Like,
you
if
do
someone
it?
disagrees, it's
Why did you
You
get
got-
mad at someone when they disagree with you when you were younger?
I would say I used to. So I'm one of 10 kids, and I have a brother that was like given up for adoption. So like he grew up with a different family, but he was like my full brother. It's a long story, but that made me really passionate about like the pro-life stuff. Like I don't believe in abortion, and so I used to argue about that a lot when I was younger. And I would kind of view people that disagreed as like immoral or something. But I realized like they just kind of have a difference of opinion. They just don't view it the same way, you know?
Yeah.
And like I have a friend who's a vegan activist, and he thinks I'm a murderer. So, because I eat meat.
Oh
And
God.
I don't know. And actually, being really good friends with someone, because I have a friend who has like the opposite beliefs of me, like complete opposite. And I know he's a smart guy. Like I know, even though he disagrees with me on all like the conservative stuff, like he is an intelligent person. I know his family. Like that is a smart person. So for whatever reason, he just like he has a different opinion, but that doesn't like take away from who he is as a person. You know what I mean?
And he get mad at you because you eat meat.
No, he doesn't actually. He's he believes it's like wrong and that people are kind of murderers that do it, but no, he doesn't get mad. He's like a chill guy.
Oh, okay. Amazing.
I think he did when he was younger, though. Like, to be fair, I think it's kind of a young person thing because when you're young, I don't know, you kind of get, like, you feel very ideologically strong about things. But then you get older, and I think you start working with people that disagree with you, or you start meeting more people that just had completely different upbringings.
Yeah.
So you just, I don't know, you just start to understand people a little more when you get older.
Oh, amazing. Well, Pearl, I got to run. Good talking to you. Check out Pearl Davis. And you stay with it. And let go of the past by letting go of the memories. Don't hold on to them.
Okay, I'll do my best, Jesse.
All right. Good talking to you.
Okay,
Bye.
okay,
Now.
bye.
Bye. Amazing. Zachery is the first time caller out of Georgia. On my mind. Zachery, you are on the air.
Georgia on my mind. What's going on, Jesse?
All is well, Zachery.
Oh, man. I've been kind of waiting for this day. I've been listening to you for a while now, so maybe like 5 years, I would say.
Right on.
Okay, so I want to talk to you specifically about being with a single mother or thinking about marrying a single mother, because I've had thoughts about this for the last like month or two on what to do.
And your question for me is what?
I've watched let me go back. I watched a video that you talk with somebody named Ann, and what's so crazy is that it's kind of like the same situation.
Yeah.
He was like 28, 29, and he got married with the single mother. And I kind of just want to know, even though he asked, was he wrong for doing it, for getting involved with a single mother?
Right.
And you told him he was wrong, and I understood that. Like, I'm very transparent with myself, like why I might be wrong. But so I've been kind of going back and forth biblically and talking to some of my minister, my people in my ministry about just kind of what decision, because I'm very conflicted inside about it.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
And how old is she?
She's 30.
Wow, that's a no.
And
That's your
okay,
mama, so that's a no. And then,
okay.
has she been married before?
No, she's never been married. I've never been married, and she has a daughter that's 9 years old.
Just one child?
Yeah, she just has one child.
And your question is, are you living with her now?
No, I'm not living with her now.
Okay. Zachery, do what you want, but no, run, don't walk. Run away from that really fast.
Run away.
It's not going to work.
Okay.
Number one, she's already angry at men. She hates men already. The child is not going to want you as his father, as her father, or his or her father. And because the moment you try to correct the child as the child gets older, it's going to be a problem. And the woman going to get mad at you for trying to correct the child. And she's hate men already, so she's not going to obey you at all. No, why don't you seek what's right first? Only seek what's right first. First rule of life is to seek God, love him with all your heart, soul, and might, and love your neighbor. Don't hate anyone, and everything will be added unto you what you should have. And it will be perfect, and you will have no problems.
Yeah, that part right there. That part right there. And it's pretty much plain and simple. Look, I was telling her about you. She does not like you at all. I was like, well, you got to check out Zachery Peterson. And she calling you names, does she feel like, she said, I feel like he's a false prophet. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Like this, I'd be like, bro.
See that? So now she's proving to you she doesn't even like hearing the truth. Just imagine the hell you're going to catch. Because you sound like you at least want the truth. This woman is proven based on what you just said. She's telling you she doesn't want to hear the truth.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what I'm conflicted with right there. Like, well, not even really conflicted. And Jesse, like, I've told her exactly how I felt. I've told her, like, she knows that, like, I'm kind of edgy about really being with her and stuff like that. And she's like, almost like don't want to let me go. And I almost kind of wish she'll just be like, all right, you don't really want me like that. I'm gonna move on. But it's like I don't even get that. And so I'm just telling you a little bit of my future plans. We plan on going into the service together. And it's either we get married and go to the service together, or we don't and we go our separate ways. And I'm kind of thinking,
why
like,
are you so weak you just can't walk away from her?
That part right there, because I think that it's not even that I think that I'm in love. I know I'm not in love, and that's just being honest. Cause that's just being honest. And me listening to you, like I know if I'm hearing something that I feel like it's for me or like coming from God, and I'm just saying, like, I feel like you're inspired to do what you do from God. You know what I'm saying? I've been listening to you for a while and helping rebuilding the man. I think that's a beautiful thing. So when it comes to me, myself, my grandparents raised me. My mom and dad didn't raise me. I have forgiven my mom and dad, but I think I have to forgive, like, my auntie and my grandparents still, because really it comes from them. But I don't have no hate. I don't feel no type of way, even though I'm not really talking to them right now, because they kind of like kicked me away from them. But that's cool though. You know, I just want to get my life together. And I'm still a young 28-year-old man.
Yeah.
And I just want to do it the right way. That's really what it be about. Sometimes I have sex before marriage. And I know I'm with this woman. And I had chances to kind of break it off, but I kind of did it just to, like, make her happy. And now it's like when I sit to myself, I'm just like, I really wish I can get out of this. And it sucks because, you know, she would tell me, like, oh, you misled me or manipulated. I'm like, I ain't did none of that. But
she's doing all that to control you.
Yeah.
And she's trying to make you feel guilty. And if she can make you feel guilty, she has control over you. You're going to live to regret that, too, because you're never going to be able to satisfy her. Don't be angry at her, though. She can't help herself. And forgive, drop all anger, so only God will be your God. The reason you can't walk away from this woman because you made her your God, and now you're trying to please her, and you're gonna end up regretting it.
Yeah. Yeah. And one more question, Jerry. Jesse, I said Jerry. Jesse. I always do like my biblical digging. So I always go on Google or something like that. I'm giving you a physical Bible too, but I'll be like, what does God say about marrying a single woman or being with a single mother? And it never like prohibits you not being with it. And they talk about families and blended families and stuff like that, because I try to look in there to see like what's the right answer or even pray on it and stuff like that. But that's why I also decided to call you too, because I believe you're a man of God and you're going to try to guide whoever calls the right way.
Well,
And
the one thing I want you to know, this is not from God. Number one, God is never going to give you a woman that's already have children.
mm,
That does not come from God. That's why it doesn't work. Secondly, He's not going to give you a woman that you are afraid to stand up to and be absolutely honest with her and be away and be able to walk away from her without feeling all sad or lonely or angry or anything. That doesn't come from God. Satan has given you this woman and you're already having problems that will only get worse. I repeat, you got to put what's right first. Love
yeah,
God with all your heart, soul, and might, along with nobody else or nothing else. And then love your
yeah,
neighbor, love your enemy. And just live your life, do what's in front of you, you'll be fine. And if you do, if God does give you a woman, it's going to last until death do you part. And if it
yeah,
doesn't, you'll be able to walk away from it and not feel anything about it because your love will be coming from God, not from a
mm-hmm,
person, because human
mm-hmm,
beings do not have love to give.
yeah,
And you're relying on this woman to do something so you can get out of it. You are responsible for your own life. You got to walk away from it, whether she wants to or not.
mm-hmm. And I've been feeling, and I'm gonna end with this, and I've been feeling like I can't even connect with God like that because
You're not.
I feel like I'm in a situation when it's like I feel like I'm not even supposed to be in a situation, but I am,
You're not
and I
supposed to
want
be
to
in it.
be to myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Are you doing the silent prayer? You know about the silent prayer?
Yes, sir. Sometimes I wake up and do it, but then sometimes I don't.
How would God help you if you don't stay present with Him by
Yeah.
staying in the present rather in your head or in the future, which doesn't exist either way? How will He
Mm.
help you if you don't follow His laws?
Yeah. I won't be honoring him the right way, so I gotta stay committed.
How would God help
Dedicated.
you if you don't follow His laws?
Um, I don't want to say he would have helped me, but he might not.
But how will He
He
help
might.
you? Because if you're not following the laws of God, then you're following the laws of Satan.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Facts. Yeah. I gotta do what's right.
You still do
Gotta do
your
what's
little
right.
hooping and hollering prayer, but when you're done the hooping and hollering to Satan, be still and know God.
Yeah. Yeah. Even I've been listening to some of your fellowships on Sunday
Yeah.
because I'm in church now and like they love to. I don't want to say they love to hoop or holler, but they love to praise the God. But even you say, and I'm not trying to like go based off. Like I'm not saying you're my God, but even you be like, God only said, pick up your cross and follow Him.
Yes.
It's a lot of stuff you don't have to do, and we're not of sin no more. Like we don't have to beg Him um, for whatever, because God already we're in His eyes we're not sinners. You know what I'm saying?
That's
We're
right. 100%.
yeah. So I just kind of be calm. I be cool and collect. The only interference in my life right now is that I'm in a relationship that I don't really want to be in.
Walk away
That's
from it
really
now then. You don't have to be in it. And don't
yeah,
let the devil tell you, well, what about her feelings? And what about this? She is using her feelings to control you.
yeah,
And then you're on an ego trip. If you think about her feelings, feelings are evil. They are not from God at all. They're all ego.
yeah.
All right?
Yes, sir.
I wish
Yes,
you
sir.
well, man, but do what you want. But I advise you to walk away from that situation now. Be done with it. Don't resent her. Don't hold anger toward her. However she acts is on her. But you walk away from that situation, you're getting into a bad situation.
Yeah. Yeah, so her, Jerry. I'm just, I keep calling you Jerry.
Amazing.
And
Are you black?
Yeah.
He black.
He black.
All right, buddy. Let me know how
All
it
right, then.
goes. All right.
Okay. Have a good one.
You
I hope
too.
to get one of your fellowships one day.
Right on. Amazing.
Yes, sir.
Take care now.
Amazing.
All right. Let me ask just a quick question. Are you ready at this point to lay your weapon down and walk away from the battlefield of what's happening in this world? Are you ready yet? Or do you still think you have a chance of winning? The world gone crazy. You still think you have a chance? Oh, I'm going to start another organization. I'm going to have another cause. I'm going to join another cause, you say. And I'm going to fight. Never, never, never winning. I have some stuff to show you that's happening in this, my America, my country, that in the good old days, you would have never imagined that these things would be happening in such a degree that they are happening right now. And they're going to get worse. I've been saying now for a number of years, they are going to get worse. And the reason they're going to get worse, because human beings, men and women, call evil good and good evil. You literally believe that your anger, your resentment, your agitation is necessary. You think it's there for protections. You think it's good. You need those emotions, you say. And you make up lies and say Jesus was like that. And you don't know that you're dealing with the devil. You don't know that it's the devil inside of you that making you be violent and jealous and envious and evil and emotional. So-called good emotions and bad emotions of spirit. If you were to let the light shine by getting to know what's going on in you, you will see that there are evil spirits in you. That it's the devil in you talking to you, making you feel this way. And he's in every human being, and now is out of control because over the years, unlike good old days, over the years, you've been told anger and resentment and agitation and emotions are necessary. It's just a human condition, you say, and it's destroying you and everybody around you because the devil, those spirits in you, use you to destroy others. Think about that. Human beings, all y'all, all of us, you're not in control, period, over anything. You're being controlled. And the world gone crazy. You've even been told by women, oh, you don't care about my emotions. You don't love me. You're not paying attention to me when I feel pain and when I talk, when I this. You're supposed to care about my emotions. And you've been told that over and over and over again, and now you believe it, and look what we have. Look what's happening in the country. And you're getting worse and then you go to the expert doctor, psychiatrist, psychologist, counselor, and they give you medication to help contain the even demons that still drive you. And they say you have a disease. Oh, it's a disease. Mental illness is a disease. It is not a disease. You're possessed. And it makes you do things that you never imagined. Not only to yourself, but you hunt down other human beings to hurt. And you think that is you, and then you get a thrill, especially if you think you can hurt them. Let me go to Will. That will be done. A first-time caller out of Tennessee. Will, you are on the air.
Hey, what do you think about the state of Israel?
I don't know what you mean by what I think about the state of it. What do you mean? I don't understand that question.
The state of Israel in Middle East right now. What do you think about them creating their country?
I guess I must think nothing about it because the question is not clear for me. What do you think about the state of it? I'm black and slow wheel, so I may just miss the question.
Do you agree that they should be taking over land and pushing certain people out of the land?
Do I agree that they should be taking over land and pushing? No, I don't really think about it, Will, either way, neither for nor against it. I do know that they have given up a lot of land to the Alawaba people, and the more land they give up, the more the Alawaba people want from Israel, and they want to push Israel into the sea. From the land to the sea, they want to do that. I've gone to Israel before, and there were like places that they used to run to live, and they gave it over to the Alawaba people, and that land is in the Bible, but we were not able to visit it because the Alawaba people didn't want us to visit there. So, if you're asking about that, I do know that situation has been going on for a while. It's like the more Israel give up, the more they want from Israel. Are you asking that?
Yeah, I was asking that. Pre-1948.
What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, I'm not okay with it. What would you think?
You say you're not okay with them want to push the Jews into the sea?
I mean, they were there before the Jews.
Are you okay with them wanting to push the Jews from the land to the sea? Do they say from the land to the sea?
From the river to the sea.
Oh.
Close.
I mean, have you read?
Are you okay with them wanting to push the Jews from the river to the sea? What's the difference between the river to the sea?
The river is the River Jordan.
But the Jews don't live in the Jordan River.
Not anymore, because the West Bank has it.
The Alawaba people?
The West Bank is Palestinian land. But I think they have part of the Jordan River. Let me see.
I went to the Jordan River, and I got baptized, or did some baptism there. But go ahead, Will. Do you agree that they want to push Israel from the river to the sea?
Yes.
And are you okay with that?
Yes.
You are okay with it?
Yes.
And why are you okay with it?
Because if somebody came to my home and tried to take over my home, I'd push them out just the same.
And are you a Christian?
Yeah.
You are a Christian?
I don't support the Muslims either.
But you are a Christian?
Yeah.
And do you love Israel?
Yeah.
You love them?
I love Israel, not Jews. I love everybody.
Israel is the land, man. Do you love the Jews?
Yeah, the land of Israel.
Do you love the Jews?
The Jews and the land is different, though.
But do you love the Jews?
Yeah, I love everybody.
Oh, okay. You just think that, so what should the Jews do with the land? They should give it all to the Alawaba people?
Do you believe that the Jews of today are the real Jews?
What? I don't know about all that. Don't even ask me that.
I've heard Revelation 3:9.
So when Revelation
3:9.
What about it?
Those who are say they are Jews but are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan.
So you don't believe the Jews today are the real Jews?
Yes, exactly.
And you think they're the synagogue
of Satan.
And what's the synagogue of Satan?
It's the synagogue of Satan.
What is that?
It's the devil's church.
Oh, it's a building?
No, it's people that worship the devil in secret. They say they worship God.
But all religious people worship the devil.
So you worship the devil in Christianity?
All religious religions worship the devil and not God. So that's not different than any other religion. You agree?
I don't worship the devil as a Christian. Do you worship the devil as a Christian?
If you're into religion, you're worshiping the devil.
I think your theology's inaccurate.
You think
Do you believe in the Trinity?
What?
You don't believe in the Trinity, do you?
Who?
You don't believe in the Trinity, do you?
No, let's go back to religion. Do you agree that if anyone that's of religion, any form of religion, whether it's Allah, Abba religion, Christian religion, the Jewish religion, the Mormon religion, the what's that other religion that they worship Mary?
Catholics, Orthodox.
What?
Catholics and maybe Orthodox too, I'm hearing.
Yeah, the Catholic religion, the Orthodox religion. All religions are of the devil, not of God. You agree?
No.
Why not?
How do you determine what's of God and what's of the devil?
Why you disagree with that?
Because how do you determine what's of God and what's of the devil?
Why do you disagree with that?
Because it's inaccurate.
What's inaccurate about that?
Because as Christians, we don't worship the devil. I don't
Yes,
know
you
about
do.
Muslims.
Christian religion is about the devil. That's why there is no love in Christ. If you notice that in Christian religion, there's no love.
Jesus said to love all. What do you mean? Just
He said it, but the religious people don't do it.
Yeah, that's not religion. That's the people in the religion.
Right, but if they weren't in those religions, they would love all. The reason they don't love all because they're into religion. But let me ask this because of time. You didn't answer the question if Israel should give up their country.
They should have never had it.
Should they give it up?
Yes.
They should give it up.
Yeah.
And go where?
Scatter and wander like they used to.
Should Americans, the white folks, been accused of taking the land from the Indian? You heard that before?
Yeah.
Should white people give up America?
No.
Why not? What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
The Indians didn't have an established country, though. They didn't have an established state. The state of
what do you mean by that?
State of Palestine. The Indians were they didn't have a country. They didn't even have a name for the country.
So you're saying that the religious, that the white man shouldn't give up the land, but the Jew man should. What?
Yeah. The Jew man took the land from the person that was inhabiting the land. They had a government.
Did the white man take the land from the person that was inhabiting the land when they got here?
They didn't have a government or a state, though. They weren't running a democracy.
What? The state of Palestine was formally established on November 15, 1988. And Israel came in at 1949 or 48.
Where did you read that from?
I can't hear you.
Where did you read that from?
From Hake. Tell him, Hake.
I found it on Brave AI. The state of Palestine. The state of Palestine did not exist as an independent country before the establishment of Israel in 1948.
It was a state, but it wasn't a country.
According to whatever.
Did you ask if
a state is a country?
A state is a country, man. I'm black and know that. Let me ask.
It's an established state, though, just like the colonies. The established state's like a colony. The 13 colonies, it's the same concept.
Yeah, it was under British rule administration for a while.
Yeah, British rule.
Yeah, it was
and they live in fine British rule.
They called it the Mandate for Palestine under British administration from 1920 till 48.
You asked me if hate was a Jew?
Yeah.
Is hate a Jew? You asked me that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he a Jew.
Is he?
Yeah, as Jew as they can get.
I knew that nose was crooked.
I smashed it one
I knew
time.
something was up. I knew something was up.
No, he
Asmodor said I looked like the opposite of a Jew, for the record, but I don't disclose.
So I have a question from you. I guess got a text concerning Israel.
Yeah.
If Israel is being attacked constantly, they start taking over some land. This is a lot. Read the hate. Because I don't have my glasses, I'm going to have hate reading, and I'm black. Read all that writing.
If Israel is being attacked constantly, they start taking over some land to give better buffers between them and their enemies. Sounds like Russia. Also, I heard, you didn't say Russia. Also, I heard Israelis and the so-called Palestinians were living peacefully together for many years until radicals decided to take over and drive Israelis out. So Israel had to establish land for themselves. And he says in all caps, there wasn't Palestine either.
Uh-huh.
When he said there was no Israel before.
Now what you got to say, Will?
I don't support the Muslims. I don't support the Black. I think the Great White Hope should just drop a nuke on both of them.
Are you black?
No.
Are you white?
Yeah.
So how do you respond? And then I got to run, but how do you respond to Israel was established in 1949 or 48, according to Brave AI, and Palestine was established November 15, 1988. How do you reconcile with that?
I guess you proved me wrong.
Uh-huh. Thank you, Will.
Yes, sir. I want to say something, though.
I respect.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead.
I appreciate what you're doing, and I watch your shows every day, man. Thank you.
Right on. One last quick question. Have you ever gone to Israel?
No.
Do you want to go to heaven when you die?
Yeah, I'd like to visit Israel.
What?
I'd like to visit Israel.
Right on. I was going to say, one of the requirements to go to heaven is you got to go to Israel first.
Yep, the pilgrimage.
All right. Thank you, Will.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. 888-7753. So if 53773. So if Israel was established in 49, I remember that's the
48,
year.
I think, is what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're a year older than you.
Israel a year older than me. I do remember them telling me that. And the Palestine was established later. How come people think Israel took Palestine away?
Because there were people there, but there were Jews there and other people there. And so there's whatever. Sometimes people do something, and not everybody's happy. Anything that you do, not everybody's going to be happy.
Yeah.
And some people are going to be affected.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like a, manifest destiny, or when we grab land for making a freeway.
Right.
Eminent domain.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Amazing. Thank you, Will. That was an amazing call. Apparently, some people, according to the report, some people went on a cruise. And it sounded like they went somewhere either to Africa or near Africa, West Africa, according to the report. And they got sick. They got the monkey flu, or the monkey. Dum-de-dum-de-dum, do the monkey, remember that song, Nate? Do the monkey.
Yeah, actually.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum, Monkey Town.
I know it from Johnny Bravo.
Oh. But apparently they got sick and now they stuck on the boat and they can't get home. Yahoo News, New York Post said 3 people died and 3 fell sick in a suspected Hantavirus outbreak. Watch this from CBS Morning.
Turning now to an alarming story about a deadly outbreak on a cruise ship. Officials say that 6 people have fallen ill and 3 of them have died. Now, investigators believe that it may have been a disease that was spread by rodents.
A weeks-long voyage across the Atlantic took a deadly turn after health officials say 3 people died from a suspected viral outbreak on this cruise ship. The MV Hondius, carrying about 150 tourists, left Argentina about 3 weeks ago and eventually ended in the country of Cape Verde off the African coast. South African officials say a 70-year-old man from the Netherlands was the first to become sick before dying on board. His 69-year-old wife also fell ill and later died at a South African hospital. Officials have not released information on the 3rd death, but a 4th passenger from the UK is currently hospitalized and tested positive for Hantavirus, a rare virus spread by rodents. Emergency medicine physician Samson Davis.
Most of the contamination comes from being exposed to the rodent feces, the urine, or the saliva, and by breathing it in over and over again. And it can be fatal. Up to 40% of people will lose the battle with Hantavirus.
That's amazing. So, like, did they have rats on the boat? What the? How you have rats on a cruise ship? And so the Hantavirus is not the monkeypox. So get rid of that song, the monkey thing. Forget about that song. So it's a rodent thing. Hantavirus is not a monkey related. It's not monkey related. It's primarily rodent related. Mice and maybe rats, according to Brave AI. 35 to 40% fatality rate. New York Post has reported that an American trapped on board the luxury cruise ship broke down sobbing. Very real fear of a major outbreak. Watch this from ABC News.
Tonight, the passengers trapped on a cruise ship, 3 dead now from a suspected virus breaking out. And this evening, we now know 17 Americans are among those trapped, and we hear from them.
Medics are now working to evacuate 3 people on board the Dutch-based ship, which has been refused permission to dock in Cape Verde off West Africa. Jake Rosemarin, one of 17 Americans trapped on board.
What's happening right now is very real for all of us here. We're not just a story. We're not just headlines. We're people. People with families, with lives, with people waiting for us at home.
Hantavirus is a rare but serious illness spread by exposure to rodents. It's the same virus that killed Gene Hackman's wife, Betsy Arakawa, last year. Tonight, passengers are being told to stay in their cabins.
All we want right now is to feel safe, to have clarity, and to get home.
Well, I wish y'all well. That's amazing, huh? Can you imagine they stuck out there on the boat and they can't go to land? It's like, what do you, and then this thing spreads, I guess? What a mess. I wish them well. I'd not heard of the Hantavirus until this situation. But my question is, would you rather be on the cruise with the Hantavirus? Hate said, I forgot Gene Hackman's wife died of it. I don't even know if I ever remember that, knew that, Nick. I mean, Anchor Baby. I mean, a hate report. But would you rather be on a cruise with the Hantavirus or on the cruise with these black people? Watch this from Grok. This video recently shared on X shows security guards on a cruise ship deck restraining multiple young men during a physical altercation. So, which ship would you rather be on, with the Hantavirus or the blacks? Watch this from X. Get up! Get up!
Let him go, man. Let him go. Let him go. Relax.
Which ship would you rather be on? The Hantavirus ship that's stuck out there, or the ship where the blacks are fighting? Which one you rather be on that, if you had to?
Yeah, I'm taking the blacks.
You take on the ship where the blacks are?
Yeah, at least I can see the blacks.
But
I can't see the Hantavirus.
But at least in the Hantavirus, you can go in your cabin and stay.
I could do that with the blacks too. The Hantavirus come through my vents.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Hake said, "I'll take my chances hiding in the corner away from the blacks. I am scared of Hantavirus." What a beta. What a mess. This is hell on earth. This is the Old Testament. The New Testament, the new life, the new way is inside of you. Why, who go on a cruise and fight like they in the hood? Really? You're on a cruise, you're relaxed and walking up and down and eating a lot of food and dancing and relaxing in the sun. Who fight on a cruise like they in the hood? I mean, according to the report, they're like really fighting, like they were at home. You gotta stop being you. It's not gonna change until you stop being you. It was once said by a quote-unquote philosopher, to talk about oneself a great deal can also be a means of concealing oneself. To talk about oneself a great deal can also be a means of concealing oneself. The more you talk about yourself, the more you conceal yourself. Think about that. Smoke on that one. To talk about oneself a great deal. I this and I that and I worry and me. Everybody hate me. They're talking about me. They me this. I want this, I want that, and I am sad, and I am scared, and I am lonely, and I want to be famous, and I want to be popular, and I want to commit suicide. I worry. I want a family. I want this. The more you talk about I, the more you conceal the I, yourself. When you stop thinking about self, and this I promise you, this is not like something I'm making up. I'm black and slow. I could not know this of myself. There's no way I could have known this of myself. The more you talk about or think about you, the more you build a false you. And you're running away from the true you, who you really are. Because this you that you're talking about, this self, is an illusion. There is no self to think about at all. Except on a social level, it's time to eat. When it's time to make breakfast, it's time to go to work. It's time to, go home for work. But there's no self to think about. But the more you think about self and talk about self, the greater the illusion become of oneself. And now you think there's someone there to protect. You got to protect yourself. I'm mad. I got anger because I got to protect myself. I got resentment. I got frustration because I got to protect myself, you say. And all you're doing is concealing yourself from reality. What a mess, huh? Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. You fight over something called racism. Can it get any dumber than that? You think there's a you, and you think that this black you is you, this white you is you, this Asian you is you, this Japanese you is you, the Chinese is you, the Mexican is you, the African is you, the Allah Uaba is you. And you think something called racism exists against you. Can you get any blinder? Forgive them, Father. They know not what they do. They can't see. They are asleep. You really think that you're a transgender person. Can you get any dumber than that and sleep? You're really deep into sleep. You think you can change a man to a female. You think you're God. And so you can change your natural male nature to a female nature, or female nature to a male nature. How come you don't know something wrong with that thinking? But you think there's a you. And then you have other devils outside of you because you believe in the devil inside of you. You have other devils outside of you, inside of other, validating evil and calling it good. Validating a false self and calling it good. What a mess. I remember when black people had a whole bunch of common sense. They were independent thinkers. They were not group thinkers. They were free. They didn't have leaders. As a matter of fact, when the so-called civil rights movement came about, older black people were telling young black people, especially our family members, don't get involved in that mess with Martin Luther King and all that mess, stirring up mess. Don't go to those stupid rallies. That ain't nothing but mess. You maintain your independence. And those that listen to the elders, they didn't get involved, but they maintained their independence. Those that got involved with the so-called civil rights movement, they lost themselves because they joined forces with the crowd. And the crowd is always wrong. Always wrong. So when you follow the crowd, just know that you're wrong, even though they're validating your wrongness because they need you to validate their wrongness. But that's what happened to the blacks. And then from that, they took away the fathers, and the mothers took over, and the mother, made it worse, and so on and so on. Government got involved, and so on, and Scooby-Doo. I had to look and stay watching me for the last 36 years or so. I have fear, I have doubt, I have worry, I have all this mess going on. Who am I? Help me. What's wrong? I don't want to be this way. And the Spirit of Truth allowed me to see. The Spirit of Truth said, look within, and you'll see what's wrong. And when you see it, you will overcome it. Because seeing it is overcoming it. Forgive them, Father, they not what they do because they can't see. Here's a perfect example of not being able to see. This is blind if I ever seen blindness. This is blindness. And it's just one example. This is blindness to the core. And it's just one example. That's why you got to be in the world, but not of the world. Stop doing as the world do. Fox 32. Fox 32 is reporting. A Walgreens in Chicago's 6th Ward is closing on June 4th. And it sparked an outrage, a protest from the residents over there in Chicago. They're like, no, you can't close. What about health care for the senior people, the old people, and chronically ill? And Walgreens, like, according to the report, we got to close. Y'all don't do anything about your crime. Y'all don't do it. It's not safe over here in Chicago. And now you mad at us because we can't stay here instead of doing something about your crime and taking control of yourself. You get mad at us and say we got to stay. It ain't going to work. Watch this from Fox 32.
Questions, John, about why this Walgreens is slated to close in the first place. The doors are set to close next month, leaving thousands without close access to life-saving medication.
Everybody say Walgreens do right by us. Walgreens do right by us.
Community members, leaders, and families rallied, saying the loss of this Walgreens at 86th and Cottage Grove won't just close a store, it will take away a critical lifeline.
We're not here to beg Walgreens to stay. We're saying that their decision is the wrong decision. And in my opinion, it should be considered a first-degree corporate crime. Because the amount of people that will be hurt by this, the amount of elders that will not have access to health care is evil.
Walgreens says the store is closing due to safety concerns, including theft and violence. But residents say that doesn't match what they see day to day.
The lie that they're telling us is it's a health or a loss prevention issue. When 12th and State Street had loss prevention, they redesigned. Again, this neighborhood is not broke.
The nearest pharmacy will soon be more than a mile away, a distance residents say is especially hard for seniors.
It has been a lifeline for many. It has been a place where seniors walk, sometimes slowly, sometimes with assistance, but with dignity, to pick up their medications that keep them alive.
29 years my husband has dealt with kidney issues. 2-time transplant. I donated the second one. Walgreens has been a staple in our lives where we come for medication. Being a transplant recipient, that means he's on lifelong medication, something we don't have time to search for, to find out where can we get what he needs.
Amazing. Rather than telling Walgreens, you know what, Walgreens, I understand why you want to leave this area. You're right. They are robbing in the store. To the point, in some stores, they have to put everything behind a glass case. You're right, Walgreens. We kept the police out of the community. We have defunded the police. We have defunded the police. We ain't let mayors that does nothing for black people in the right way. Tell black people they need to get their act together. You're right. We have not done anything about crime in this area where black people dwell. We'll change that. Don't leave. We're going to change all that. We're going to bring back the police. We're going to bring back bail bond. And then we're going to make the parents raise their children and take care of their own children in the right way. They're going to blame. I have been in those stores, not that particular Walgreens, but I've been in those stores. I see black people packing their backpacks and walking out. And the workers just have to look at them and do nothing about it. It's all over the place. But they won't say. And then the male got the women up there talking for them again. What, beta bells. It's a mess. You want Walgreens to put their lives and their businesses at risk because you refuse to take control of your own life. resident says the closure is part of a pattern reducing pharmacy access on the south side. You need to be armed up to go on the south side of Chicago. You need the military with you. You need ICE. Watch this from Fox 32.
Over a year ago, Walgreens shuttered locations in Bronzeville, Little Village, South Chicago, and South Shore. Another specialty pharmacy is set to close on 71st Street in the coming weeks. Residents say this shows there's a pattern.
They closed 63rd and King Drive. They closed 63rd and Halsted. They closed 47 in Ashland.
Talk about it.
They closed 63rd and Kedzie.
To pick up prescriptions, it takes people 45 to an hour.
Prescriptions will be automatically transferred after the store closes June 4th to a location about 1.3 miles away on East 87th Street, and patients will be eligible for 90 days of free delivery, but not everyone has reliable transportation.
My aunt lives 4 blocks away from this Walgreens. She doesn't have a vehicle. She doesn't have transportation. She doesn't have a way to get to the Walgreens on Stony Island unless I take off of work because her child, her only child, lives in Michigan.
For some, the impact is personal and immediate.
I have a 76-and-a-half-year-old mother that had a lung transplant, and the medications that she take compromises her immune system, so she can't be around people. I'm holding a bag with medicine that my mother takes every single day for the rest of her life. Every pill bottle in here has a Walgreens cap on.
It's amazing to me not one person is saying, at least in this soundbite, and the first one, I understand why Walgreens is leaving. We don't keep we let crime go crazy. We turn our areas to hoods. I understand why Walgreens is leaving. I don't blame them. This is the darndest thing I ever seen. You still want to follow the crowd? Would you, if I'm doing it if for conversation purpose. Mm-hmm. If you had children or a child, would you prefer them to go to a public school, private school, Christian school, Catholic school, homeschool? Which one would you choose?
If I had my druthers.
Public, private, Christian, Catholic, or home, or Allahu Akbar school, or Jewish school, or whatever. Which one would you choose?
I would do could I do a combination of public school and homeschool?
You would send them to a public school?
Yeah.
And then homeschool?
And then sometimes
Why both?
homeschool. That's what I did. And it worked out. Look at me. I turned out great. People tend to want to do what they did.
Well, if you send your children to a public school, this is what's going to happen from the New York Post. High school student in Philadelphia exposed a high school student in Philadelphia exposed how his classmates are struggling to read easy words and comprehend relatively simple sentences in a viral series of videos, and he may be punished for doing this, according to a report. Watch this from TikTok.
Read the index card for me.
She wore a suit, clothes that were... Who's this for? I don't know.
She wore a sahalat of clothes that were extraordinary, whatever, bro, but somewhat gooch. What does that mean? She wore a lot. Wait, she wore, bro, I don't know, bro. Can you take the card back, please?
She wore a, oh, baby. She wore a silhouette of clothes that were, I don't know that word. I don't even know how to read. I don't know why I did it.
She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary, but somewhat gauche. All right, now what does that mean? I have no idea. Like his clothes was nice or something like.
So what was it that they were reading?
It said she wore a silhouette of clothing or something like that.
Is that right,
Silhouette
Nick?
of clothes that were extraordinary but somewhat gauche.
Yeah.
And these are children They about to graduate high school?
These are high schoolers. I don't know how soon towards graduation they are.
This guy said that New York Post reported that he said the high school student wrote an Instagram story on Friday. I would post part 3, but the school board is trying to expel me, stop me from going to the prom, and stop me from walking at graduation.
So he's a high schooler himself.
Yeah. It sounded like he was black, too.
Yeah. He sounded like... I just kind of assumed it was a grown adult, but that's funny because it's going so viral. The school is getting all embarrassed. Can't take the heat.
And Nick, what was it that he asked them to read exactly?
She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary, but somewhat gauche.
And what does that mean?
Well, she wore a silhouette of clothes.
A silhouette is like
obviously
an outline.
extraordinary, but somewhat gauche.
A silhouette is an outline, and a gauche is overly showy, like the Met Gala. Just so showy that it's ugly.
So I repeat my question. If you had to send your children, if you had a choice, to public school, private school, Catholic school, Jewish school, or homeschooling, which one would you take?
Public school, but down in like Rancho Palos Verdes or something special like that.
In the white area?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because then I can save money. And yeah, it's going to be diversity and brainwashing, but I'll raise the kid tough like me. I went to public school. I didn't fall for that mess that much. Although I predated some of the brainwashing. No, you're right. I don't know.
Amazing. This is hell on earth. Which one would you, if you had a choice between public school, private school, religious school, Catholic school, Jewish school, Allah Abba school, or homeschooling, which one would you take?
What's funny is I actually, before James answered, I was thinking, oh, I bet you I'd just do what I did and put him in Catholic school or something. But Catholic school out here, I don't know if it's the same, but the real answer is I don't know.
You went to Catholic school?
I did.
Over in
Canada.
They have Catholic schools in China?
In Canada.
I mean, Canada?
Yeah, they're nice. They're like kind of protected, but not really.
If I had young kids that I was still raising, I would definitely put homeschool. Ain't no way I'd take that risk with them at all. Especially nowadays.
Yeah.
It's too much of a risk. It is Manhood Hour. What is a man? What is a man?
It's an adult human male.
Manhood. Hillary or President Trump?
I voted for Hillary Clinton.
Beta male. A man is a male who turned to man. Alpha male. Live right, be right, and lead the way.
Out-of-control teenagers taking over streets across the nation now.
What the heck is wrong with these kids today?
Go watch TV. Go watch TV. Go watch TV. Go watch TV! Go!
Please don't make me go home. I hate my kids.
No.
Oh, so now I'm a bad parent just because I hate my...
Are you gonna be good? Nope, you can turn back around. You're not gonna talk to mommy like that.
My kids all hate me.
Put the purse back, honey.
Now threaten her and see what happens.
Put the purse back now!
Wow.
I can think of a few reasons.
I didn't ask you.
Now do you see what mothers do to children with that anger? All that emotion that you want to protect? Oh, you don't care about my emotions. You don't listen to me. You're destroying every child on the planet with that. That's not love. That is hate. But you can overcome if you want to. You can stay evil or you can be free. It's up to you. I have a question. And I really, 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 really would like for you to respond to this question, because I could be wrong. I'm telling you up front, you black, I could be wrong. But I want to know, and I really, listen up. I want to know, number one, all of us, and maybe an exception to the rule, have been told growing up, maybe the guys are not being told that nowadays, but we've been told to be strong, to fight back. You got to be strong and fight back. You got to fight. You need to be strong. And if you're not strong, they'll call you weak. And to fight back. And so growing up, you looked at your parents and others, and they seem to be doing that. You see them out there fighting for causes and fighting for this and fighting for that. They're being tough. Fighting for abortion, fighting against abortion. Fighting for civil rights, fighting against civil rights. Fighting for women's rights, gay rights, lesbian rights, all kind of rights. Fighting back and fighting for, right? And fighting for your career. Fighting to be successful. Fighting to be ambitious. I mean, fighting to be it, or you are ambitious, and now you're fighting not to be ambitious. You and I and everybody have been told to fight, to be strong, and to fight. Get involved and fight for something all in your life. So my question is, in this planet, in this world, you have two sides. You have the groups that are fighting for, and you have the groups that are fighting against. And this is in all races, male and females. Somebody is fighting for something, and somebody is fighting against something. I want to know, have any side ever won? Have you ever been involved in a fight? I'm not talking about a physical fight where you were trying to protect yourself if something happened to you like that, but I mean any other fight. Have you ever been religious fights and all kind of fights for anything? You're either on one side or the other, fighting for or fighting against, but both think they're fighting for, right? I want to know, have you ever won any fight? Have you ever won? You went and fought, you participated, you got involved. Have you ever won or seen any fight being won? Anybody won the fight? They were the winners. What are you saying, Anchor Baby?
No, I'm being obstinate. I said soon, any moment, I'll win. I'll let you know when I win.
Said the blind man.
Right.
Have anybody ever won any fight? This question is really, really an interesting question because we're all told to fight for something. Fight against this and fight against that. Fight for this and fight for that and fight against this and fight for that. And you've always been fighting all your life on one side or the other. A Republican side or Democrat, conservative or liberal, Christian or non-Christian, whatever religion or non-religion, fighting against religion. Has anyone on either side ever won? 888-7753. 773 888-77 Jesse. I want to know. Have anyone? the spirit of truth tell you, your parents and your teachers and your friends and everybody else, the government, the school, they tell you to fight. Union dues, fight for a raise at the union, at the job, more money, a better career or something. You're told to fight all your life. Has anyone ever won? The spirit of truth tell you not to fight. But the devil tell you to fight. Get a cause. Everybody have a cause to fight for. Has anyone ever won any cause? Civil rights, wrong right, up and down rights, whatever rights. So that's my question. Isn't that an amazing question? You've been taught to be that way. And it has. I don't see where it's worked for anyone in any generation. For any reason around the world. But maybe you know it, I just don't know it. I'm black and slow. I don't claim to know everything. But I personally have not seen anyone win any fight on any side. Oh, fighting against cancer, they say. Everybody, and they mama, if you're black, everybody and their mama fight against cancer. That cancer still exists, or did you win that battle? I wanted to show you and what this, according to this report, this woman did to, and allegedly, to this kid on his bike. CBS News, a 56-year-old woman is accused of trying to run down a boy on a dirt bike. Watch, this is going to blow your mind. Talk about anger. Oh, my God. And you still think anger is good? Watch this.
In Spokane, Washington tonight, a 56-year-old woman is accused of trying to run down a boy on a dirt bike. Video from the incident last week shows the woman swerve in her car at the boy and then pursue him down the sidewalk without catching him. Not long after, she allegedly tried to enter a home of someone she doesn't know, and police arrested her there. She's been charged with attempted assault and with DUI. According to court documents, she also has a history of mental illness.
Mental something, I don't know. Mental what?
Mental illness.
How come they cut it off before they said illness?
Maybe it was, maybe that's how they received it. They being he, the producer.
Oh, he says from the CBS like that, too. Yeah. Thank you, Derek. Amazing, huh? This woman, according to the story, drove up on the sidewalk as she was driving. You know she got to be mentally ill, if it's true. And drunk. What? Before I go back to the phone, it is Bible Thumper Thursday, and I want to, speaking of love, I want to just share this with you. Because there is no love in this world. Look at what's happening. Human beings are insane. They've gone crazy. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. According to 1 Peter 4:8, above all, keep loving one another honestly. Since love covers a multitude of sins. Love conquers all, folks. Is that right, Nick, what I read? I'm black. Read it for me.
Above all, keep loving one another earnestly, since love covers a multitude of sins.
Love conquers all. But what is love? What is love? And there's no love anywhere. Nobody love you. Nobody love you. And you love nobody. If you get mad or you feel something or you think something because nobody loves you, that means you don't love them. Because if you was of love, you would never feel or think anything about nobody loving you. What the? Christ came to tell you to love one another. Lay down your false identity, your ego, the not you, and love one another. Isn't that amazing? My producer gave me this this soundbite of a so-called preacher by the name of Anna. Is it Anna there? Anna Flower of the United Church of Massachusetts. No, the United Church in Massachusetts. Arguing that when Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, it is not literally, and that there are many values, religion, and ways to Jesus. This is from Pathesia. Watch this.
I am the way and the
Start it
truth
over.
and the life. And here's the kicker. No one comes to the Father.
Okay.
I am the way and the truth and the life. And here's the kicker. No one comes to the Father except through me. Now, for centuries, for millennia, Christians have used those words as a proof text to do all kinds of awful things in the world, to punish people for not being Christian or not being their version of Christian, to punish or condemn people for all kinds of beautiful diversity that we see in the world. Jesus did not come into this world to preach and to teach a my way or the highway kind of religion. Absolutely not. And in every other one of the Gospels, people come to Jesus and they ask him point blank, "Teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?" And in the Gospel of Mark, Jesus' answer is this: follow the 10 Commandments, love God, be an ethical person, do the right thing. Where the person who's asking, how do I inherit eternal life, follows up and says, well, who is my neighbor? And he says, the person who is on the way to eternal life, the person who has got it, who loves God and loves their neighbor, it can even be a Samaritan, somebody who is not of our religion, not of our tribe, not of our ethnicity, and worships God in a completely different way. That person can inherit eternal life.
I have no clue as to what the daughter of Satan is talking about. I don't even know what she's talking about. See how Satan put women in leadership role because he wants to deceive the people? And he uses his daughters to do that. In every aspect of life, and especially today, and not only in America, around the world, but America first, right? He put Satan, his daughters, the devil, in leadership role in businesses, in government, over the family, and everything, so he can keep the darkness there by deceiving the people. Because today, people believe the woman as Adam believed the woman, and because they believe the woman, they suffer. They suffer. This female is causing nothing but suffering. She's using a little truth from the Bible to deceive. Did she say that in the soundbite there? They're saying that she's saying that other religions are valued. I don't know. I didn't hear her say that, but where did you get that from, Derek? What? Other religions are valued? That's evil. God nor his son has nothing, zero, to do with religion. Nothing. Religious leaders, religious believers hate God. They have no love for God nor their fellow man. God is not in. Tell me in the Bible, where is it where Jesus said to worship him in religion? Find that for me. Where does Jesus say, or God, worship me in religion? He has nothing to do with religion at all. Religion and the religious people hate God, religious leaders especially. The Pope, the preacher, the prophet, the prophetess, the whatever they are. Look at religion. Religion is not working. Everybody and their mama have tried religion and they're still miserable. They have no peace. Not only do they not have peace in the Middle East, they don't have peace within themselves. Now, find me a religious person with peace, and I'll eat my hat. Find me a religious person who have entered into the kingdom of heaven within, and I'll eat my hat. I'll cut my Mon-Fri off. Religious people are crazy. You can find where he said, worship me in spirit and in truth. But you're not going to find it anywhere where he said, worship me in religion. And there are all kinds of religions out there. Today is Friday again. And every Friday, just kind of relax, get it off your chest Fridays. Kind of relax, express yourself Friday.
You Tom like a mug. You need to go and get yourself bleached because everything you say about black people and you're sitting up there looking like a tar baby.
It might sound like a semantics argument, but he's a gray alien.
I wonder if he's been smoking pot.
Hell, this lady's crazy. She's trying to run. Oh my God!
This place is hell.
Tonight, the passengers trapped on a cruise ship, 3 dead now from a suspected virus breaking out.
Go on vacation, she said.
Oh, Nettie, why has God forsaken us?
Everybody say Walgreens. Walgreens.
Community members, leaders, and families rallied, saying the loss of this Walgreens, it will take away a critical lifeline.
Walgreens should be charged with first-degree corporate abandonment.
Your gods have forsaken you. You were a suit, clothes that were...
Now explain what that means.
I don't know.
You were a sahalat of clothes that were extraordinary, whatever, bro.
Is this hell?
Hell already is walking the earth.
That's for sure. Hell already is walking the earth. And that's for sure. Protesters erupt as Tennessee passes a new Republican congressional map from WKRN. Tennessee Republicans have passed a new congressional map that will likely strip Democrats of their one Remain seat in Congress. And according to this story, when that happened, the Democrats like, oh no, you won't go. Watch this.
Tennessee Republicans have passed a new congressional map
that will likely strip Democrats of their one remaining seat in Congress. As the final votes were cast, one Democratic lawmaker stood on her desk in defiance. Minutes later, Democrats grew emotional while protesters around them chanted and screamed. And a breaking update just into our newsroom. Governor Bill Lee has now signed this new map into law.
Like you said, Tennessee Republicans ultimately voting to redraw the state's congressional map at President Trump's request. Just before the final vote in the Senate, Democratic Senator Charlene Oliver stood on her desk holding up a sheet that said, quote, "No Jim Crow, stop the steal 2.0. Moments later, staffers ripped that sheet from her hands. Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally said Oliver could not vote because she was not in her seat.
You have to be in your seat to vote. In your seat to vote. House Bill 7003, having received a constitutional majority, I declare it passed.
That's how the white men used to be. They weren't afraid of the blacks. What the? Now do you believe me when I say the psychological state of the planet belongs to Satan? Satan dwells in human beings, and this is what he does. He makes you do this to yourself and to others. And that female that was standing up there, total ghetto. She had no business being in Congress where the people used to be polite. Activists sound air horns and chanted inside of the Capitol, including Democrat state, the Democrat TNN state representative, Justin Pearson. This guy, according to the report, was cursing, shouting at the police. Watch this from WKRN and Fox Nashville.
Tori, day 3 has been filled with chaos inside and outside the Capitol, from air horns blaring inside that House room, as well as 3 people being arrested for allegedly disrupting today's meeting. Let's take a look at some of those moments.
Mr. Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield the remainder of my time.
Leader Lamberth yields the rest of his time. We're voting. Mr. Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield the remainder of my time.
Leader Lamberth yields the rest of his time. We're voting.
During the disruption, Representative Justin Pearson was seen in a heated exchange with state troopers as his brother was taken into custody. The scene inside the Capitol was loud and emotional.
I'll walk him out. Y'all going? Let go. You got me all tied up. Now you got me all tied up. My brother ain't doing nothing to nobody. He ain't doing nothing to nobody. You'll walk out like yourself. Boy!
What?
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You stupid mother.
Wow. That's a representative. The hood is now in the House. Now do you see Satan is the ruler of the psychological mindset? There's no love. No love. And it's only going to get worse. Will you now overcome the world, or will you still stay in the world? And worry about are the Jews, the real Jews? Or the Jews killed Satan. Killed Jesus. Satan got your mind when you're thinking about those things. Those are not your thoughts. This man cursing out the police like that. His brother had no business being there. And the police just doing their job. Why not drop your anger and stop serving evil and love your fellow man? That doesn't mean you're going to always agree, but at least love your enemy. Pray for those who hate you. Wish them well. They know not what they do. Forgive them. They know not what they're doing. Christ allowed himself to be crucified on the cross, blood running down everywhere, so he can demonstrate forgiveness. So that you can understand, forgive them, they know not what they do. And the last thing human beings want to do now is forgive. Because they have the psychological mindset of Satan. And here, if I ever had an example of when she's crying, she's lying, here's a perfect example from Inside Edition. NFL star, I don't know who it was. I don't know his name. It's not here. Let me go to something else because I don't have that story. I'm sorry? Oh, my producer's talking to me. So according to Inside Edition, NFL star Diggs, Stefon Diggs, I'm being told in my ears, who helped lead the NFL, who helped lead the New England Patriots to this year's Super Bowl, has been acquitted for assaulting his private chef. Watch this from Inside Edition.
The NFL star accused of assaulting his personal chef hears his fate.
What is your verdict, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
So say all members of the jury.
Yes. Stefon Diggs fights back tears. The 32-year-old has had an on-again, off-again relationship with rapper Cardi B.
Party, one by yourself. Let's go.
The pair share a 6-month-old son. He also helped lead the New England Patriots to this year's Super Bowl. The wide receiver faced charges of felony strangulation and misdemeanor assault. Last December, Diggs' live-in chef came forward claiming he violently attacked her at his Massachusetts mansion.
Please raise your right hand.
The chef, Mila Adams, took the stand during the 2-day trial.
He choked and slapped me.
So when you say he smacked
He smacked me with an open hand.
But Diggs' attorney says it's all a lie, pointing to this video of Adams dancing and goofing around one day after the alleged attack.
Ms. Adams, that was you on that video, correct?
Yes. I spoke to Diggs' attorney, Mitchell Schuster. How much of an impact do you think that dance video had on the jury's decision?
I think it had a tremendous impact with the jury. If someone gets on the stand and they talk about a violent assault and then almost immediately thereafter you're dancing around, I think it really hurt her credibility with the jury.
Isn't that amazing? When she's crying, she's lying. I don't know what happened in this story, but when she's crying, she's lying. And so according to this story, this woman was lying. I think that what the world, not that I think, I know that what the world don't understand, men especially don't understand, whether it's your mama or your sisters, your girlfriend, wife, or whatever, you don't know the depths of how much women hate men. And it's not them, the woman, the lady herself, it's a spirit in her that passed down since Eve, and it hates men. All men, it doesn't matter the color, money, or whatever. It hates men. And to destroy a man means nothing. They get a joy from it. Inwardly, they get a thrill from it. Your own mama would do that to you. And again, it's not her, but it's that spirit of Eve, which is of the devil that made a home in her. You don't understand this. You will, though, when you overcome your mother. And according to Google AI, this female did it for money. This is from Google AI. The defendant argued that the woman fabricated the assault, pointing to a lack of physical evidence and inconsistency in her story, and highlighted her $5.5 million finance demand. She wanted $5.5 million as a demand for her motivated for lying. She demanded $5.5 million from this guy, according to the story. Think about that. This is from AP. Here's the chef testifying that Diggs slapped and choked her, but Diggs' attorney argued she lied. Watch this from AP News.
So when you say he smacked
He
you,
smacked me with an open hand.
do you know which hand he used?
Right hand, right side of my
Do you know
face.
which part of your face got hit?
The right side of my face.
And then what happened?
And then he...
Now she's crying.
Can I have a second? Can I have a second?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can take a minute.
What the? We're gonna take. That's for us. We'll take a quick break. Maybe we're gonna come back. She's gonna gather her tears. I want to quickly play for you this woman that's been accused of crying and lying, and trying to get, according to a report, $5.5 million from this. Is he a football player or basketball?
Football.
Football player. And this is so typical. She's trying to sue Stefon Diggs for money, according to the story, by pretending that he smacked me on the face, he did this, that. She was found to be lying, according to the report. And here is this woman from AP News, crying on the stand. Watch this.
Right. When I went up to push his hand, block him, he took his arm and he came around my neck with the crook of his elbow.
When you were asked questions about what happened on December 2nd, you lied.
It did not change what happened on December 2nd.
I'm
It
gonna
did
try
not
my
change what happened on December 2nd. He choked and slapped me.
Ms. Adams, I'm going to try my question again. Because you didn't think it was important. When you asked the questions of Dedham Police Officer Ellis on December 16th, you lied.
I did not lie.
That's what they do when they try to take your children. I don't know what happened in this situation, but when they want to take your children and your money, they go to court and they cry. When they want to have you put in jail, they call the police and say, he beat me. And then they cry. And you fall for it. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.